Welcome to the LED Spotlight, a series where we interview influential figures for our team and gain insights into their thoughts and experiences. Today, we'll be interviewing the leads of one of our VEX teams, Orin and Santiago. So, what grade are you guys in?
I'm a junior, 11th grade.
I'm in 11th grade as well.
All right. So, is it your first time leading a VEX team?
Not really. Last year we co-led our VEX team because it was just this two.
Yeah.
But this year we're also kind of co-led, except we have a couple more people, a couple more members on our team that help out. So we're not both stuck doing everything.
Yeah, and we also have FRC, so we have to split the work up more because last year we weren't into as much at FRC, but now since we're juniors, we kind of have to divide the work up among the rest of our teammates.
So, how would you say your experience with VEX was this year?
The beginning it was good. We did win our first competition, and I guess that kind of got us hyped. So we started to focus in a little bit more, and hence we started to do things more properly. So we started caddying, but our recent performance in our recent tournament kind of just tanked the morale right now. But we're hoping to get that back up.
Yeah, the first competition, I don't think any of us were really expecting to win that one. So winning it did really help us, and just doing that and in caddying, then we kind of fell off a bit as FRC started the rebuild that we had to start doing. So it was kind of trying to split our work up in between that time. It was pretty difficult.
What was your favorite part of VEX this year?
Winning and our newest design of our robot, which I found it to look pretty cool, and it works pretty good in the segment.
Being able to go to the signature event that we're going to be going to later on in the season. So just after winning, that was the deal that if we did win the competition, we'd be able to sign up for that and register. So that was pretty great because I kind of wanted to go to one of those ever since I found out about them last year.
Can I mention the sponsorship that we got?
Oh, yeah.
That was also one of my favorite parts, was getting the sponsorship that would have covered for most of our state event.
I gotta ask, what is a signature event?
So it's basically like a states, but it's earlier in the season. So it directly qualifies you to Worlds if you win it. But teams can come from like all over the nation, and there's a lot more teams. So it's a multiple day event. It's similar to FRC event, but for VEX they like run out like convention centers or big, like this big areas for it because there's like 10 fields there. So very big event, and it's also going to help us prepare for later in the season if we were to make it to Worlds.
All right. So I know you guys said this latest design you were really proud of. Do you have any direct inspirations for it?
Yes, our main one was Team 2145Z Pink Shiny Unicorns, and we took inspiration the front to back design and their hood mech. We weren't able to make it as good as theirs, but we're working on that.
We also so they were actually inspired by a Rigwon team from China, and that was like the first team that had it. And we took like their little bunny ears that they have on there that go like up and down, so you can reach into the side of the goal, and you can push. And instead of having just a hood where you can only push if the goal is full, you can push it even if there's only a couple blocks in the goal. So we took heavy inspiration from that.
Were there any designs you wanted to do but wound up having to scrap?
Yeah, we wanted to do this double park kind of manipulator where we would kind of outtake the balls from our scoring and bring it back down to the intake, and it would just raise the front of our robot so the back will be up against the parking station and it'll lift, so we won't be on the ground. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do that because lack of time and I guess lack of thought. We didn't put much thought into it. And one of the other things, we kind of have it, but it's not as good as it could be, is our bunny ears, like you mentioned earlier. We only have it on one side, and it's kind of like janky. It's not that great. So we are hoping to fix it and have it on both sides.
And there's one other design was to be able to score in the upper middle goal. We had a plan to use a pneumatic to bring down the rubber band so they'd be low enough to score on that. But then we realized that we could still technically score a couple of cubes in there without it. It just wasn't as consistent. And because it was the last week and we needed to get odds on, and our driver needed to practice driving, we kind of weren't able to do that. And I would like to do that for our signature event. So that was another design we missed. But hopefully we'll be able to do it for our next design.
Like the main reason why we weren't able to do the middle goal scoring was because we had so many rubber bands that kind of went as our ramp, that just trying to use a piston was just not strong enough.
What would you say to any students who are wanting to participate in VEX?
At the beginning, it's definitely not going to be. It's going to be kind of enjoyable, and then it's not. At the beginning it is, because you get to see the new game and you get to see new designs. But like towards the middle, it kind of starts to die down, so it's not really as fun. But towards the end, as worlds approach and we get higher stakes competition, it does get more enjoyable because you get to see a lot cooler designs, a lot more intricate designs. So it'll suck at first, but it'll get better.
And also, don't be afraid to take inspiration from other teams, because a lot of people are like afraid to do that. Think it's like copying, but that is like the world of engineering. So you don't need to reinvent the wheel to have a good robot, and it doesn't have, even if you're changing minor things, that could still change the whole game of your robot. So just taking inspiration from other teams and combining different robot designs together is really just helpful in VEX.
Well, thank you for taking time out of your days to be part of this interview.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
Thank you.
of course. Best of luck at your next competition.
Thank you.